If you've ever felt the subway rumble a little too hard, or heard a metallic clang in the tunnels that no one could explain, you might have brushed up against a war the world was never meant to know. It began with a power surge at 2:47 a.m. on March 12, 1998. Control centers across the NYC subway system lit up with warnings track failures, third rail discharges, inexplicable surges traveling between tunnels miles apart. The MTA assumed it was just another aging infrastructure issue. But 2 levels below the subway, deeper than any official blueprints ever recorded, something ancient had awakened. The first documented encounter was buried in a redacted NYPD report. Officers responding to a noise complaint in the Canal Street station never returned. Their radios emitted static and then a screeching sound like steel tearing under pressure. Their bodies were never found. The case was quietly closed. But one man knew better. Chapter 1. The Archivist. Elliot Cray had spent 20 years cataloging urban myths and subway lore. He was a librarian by trade, a conspiracy theorist by obsession. When he came across the surge reports and the disappearances, it reminded him of something he'd read in a declassified World War II intelligence file, a map of subterranean voids beneath Manhattan, marked as nitrogen monoxide ACCESSLZ-13 incident. That was the code name for a top-secret military excavation in 1943, led by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The file hinted at non-terrestrial anomalies discovered while expanding emergency routes for the president. The dig had gone 2 levels too deep. Craig didn't just study maps. He went down there. With a homemade breathing rig, infrared goggles, and a contact in the MTA who owed him a favor, Elliot slipped into an unused tunnel beneath Bryant Park. What he found wasn't a tunnel. It was a gate, carved into obsidian black stone. With glyphs that shimmered like heat mirages, the gate pulsed with energy. Around it, bones human and not lay scattered, fused into the concrete like fossilized screams. A sound, low and thrumming, vibrated through his spine. He fled, but he had seen enough. Chapter 2. The Subterrans. The creatures called Subterrans in later government memos weren't alien, nor were they exactly human. Biologists who studied their remains would later suggest they were parallel evolutes, a species that evolved alongside humans, beneath the earth, in isolation. Some were humanoid, others grotesquely insectoid. But all shared one thing, a hive mind intelligence connected through a network of bioluminescent tendrils stretching across the island's underbelly. They had remained dormant for thousands of years until the cities, relentless digging, drilling them. The war was brief and silent. Chapter 3. The Forgotten Battle. From April to June 1998, a covert paramilitary unit known only as Echo 19